Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to cloud test lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
So in our last class, what you have seen in your last class is on, right? Please all mute your phones. So in your earlier sessions, you have been seeing like, so what are all the set of questions will raise to your mind when you start up your mobile application? Either you're a developer or a QA team, or whether you need a web or a application, and you have seen few shots about what is a website and what is the application, and what do you consider as the most challenging features of a mobile application testing, and about mobile ecosystem you have seen as a part of your demo, and you have seen the latest survey taken about it, and you could really understand who's the giant in the market. Either probably the two giants are your iOS and Android, and regarding your manufacturer, Samsung is your giant. It's just to continue. Alright, so fine, okay. So these things you have seen in the earlier classes. Now, you're going to learn now how you're going to take forward your testing activity when it comes on a mobile application. So when you take your desktop-based application or a web-based application, what you probably do, you have a particular environment. Say for example, if you're going to test a web-based application, okay? Web-based application in the sense you're going to test the URL. Say for example, you work for a Progressive, okay? Progressive, they have their own website, something called www.progressive.com. And you, as a QA, you're going to test that particular website. So what do you have? You have a particular environment, or you have your own version of that Progressive, where you can have all the new functionalities deployed, which is a replica of the production environment with new functionalities deployed onto it, and you as a QA will be testing the new functionalities added, and once you are confirmed and once you gain the confidence about that particular application is working, you go ahead and deploy it on the production environment and make it available in the market. So this is what you do with your web-based application. What it comes to a mobile-based things. Are we going to install it directly on the mobile, or how we are going to carry this mobile-based application? Here, for this scenario, you have something called emulator. Okay, you have something called emulator. What is this emulator? Emulator is a virtual device. Okay. It is a virtual Android device, okay? This you're going to download from the Android source, and you're going to install it on your machine, probably on your desktop. You could install it. This gives you the real-time features of all the Android mobiles. So when you install your emulator, it has some list of mobiles, okay? Probably the time when it has been designed. So it has some list of mobiles and some list of tablets. It is all based on an Android platform. So it has some list of mobiles. So you can very well choose the devices among it. Okay, you can very well choose the devices among it and install the application, whatever application you want to install it on it. So your Android application from your developer will be available as a .apk file. And this class you're going to learn only about Android and all related to Android parts. Okay. So from your developer, your application, your Android application will be available as a .apk file. This .apk file, what you're going to do, you're going to install it on this emulator. So now how your emulator is going to look like. This is a simulator. Okay, this is a simulator. Simulator is something for your iPhone. Emulator is something for your Android. This is your emulator. This is your emulator. So this emulator gives you the real-time picture of your mobile device. So you can very well install it on your desktop and you can install your application and you can do all your functional related testing on this emulator. Okay. So now where you're going to download this emulator. So you have in the document. And this document soon we are going to share it with you. Anybody new to today's class? I think Lavanya, Rani, Kunal. Okay. So from this link, this I'm going to share you this link. Okay. Okay, you're not new. Okay. Please, everybody, please go to this link because it takes almost 1 hour for your installation and for your download. Okay. So go to this link. This is the link from where you're going to download your emulator and you have something called download the SDK ADT bundle for Windows. And you're going to download it and again it will ask you question like whether you want it as 32-bit or 64-bit. Always select it as 34-bit and just checkbox this and select it as 34-bit and you have your download button enabled and download the SDK ADT for Windows. Okay. So once you download it, you get it as a zipped file. You're going to unzip the contents. Okay. Just listen to me carefully. Regarding the installation, we can see it in the next class. I'll just tell you the path how you're going to download it. Okay. Please do it once I'm done with this class or in tomorrow's time. So go to this link. Click. Okay. Always 32-bit is compatible with 64-bit. We face few issues. You can also go with 64-bit, but we have few issues with 64-bit. Okay. So what I was telling you, like, okay, so go to this link and download the SDK ADT bundle for Windows. Okay. So download and keep it as a zipped file. Once it is downloaded as a zipped file, unzip the zipped file contents to your C drive. Okay. To your C drive, unzip the contents. Okay. That is what you're going to do. So this is where you will get your emulator. So as we have already discussing, so you are going to use your emulator. Emulator is considered to be a virtual Android device. So this virtual Android device will help you as a testing platform. So you can test your Android application with your emulator. If you similarly want to test your iPhone application, you can very well use your simulator. In this class, you're going to learn only about the emulator. So how you're going to process on this part. You're going to get the application from the developer as an APK file. Once you receive your APK file from your developer, You're going to install this APK file as an application on the emulator through your command prompt. So whenever you go ahead and download your application from your Google Play Store also, on a other end, it will be on a white box end, it will be viewed as a APK file, but you view it as an application. So always an Android file is a APK file. So on a mobile device, you just have an install button, you always ready to install. So you just click on install and get it installed. But when it happens with an emulator, you have to do it through your command prompt. These things, how you're going to install the emulator, you're going to see it in the next class. All right. So, okay. Once it has been installed on the emulator, what are you going to do? You're going to do all the functional related testing on your emulator. What do you mean by a functional related testing? All requirement based testing. Okay. So what is the need of the application? Okay. What is the need of this application? If it is probably a shopping website, if that need is satisfied and it has few requirements, a user has to log in and following. One moment, why she is not able to hear? Okay, fine. So what I was telling you, so you're going to install your application and you're going to do all your functional related testing. So it is all a requirement based testing. If your application is following the requirements, all the requirements of the application is matching. So all these related things, you're going to do it on your emulator. As we have already discussed, apart from your functional testing, apart from your requirement testing, you have so many things to be tested for a mobile application. How it behaves on other devices, how it behaves on other screen sizes, how it behaves on other resolution, how it behaves with other carrier network, how it is going to handle the interrupt. Okay, so these things you have to test it for your application. So now we are going to do only a functional related testing. Why only a functional related testing is done on an emulator? Here, your emulator is installed on your machine. Okay, probably on your desktop. When it has been installed on your desktop, which means the memory consumption, the memory usage, the allotted memory is all from your CPU. It does not hold its own memory options. It is all from the CPU. Okay. It is all from the CPU. It takes your memory. So there is something called a memory leak option. What is this memory leak? Anybody have some idea on memory leak? Anybody know what is a memory leak? All right. So memory leak is something you would have always faced, something with your, you open so many applications. Okay. You open so many applications. When you end that particular, when you open an application, it means a particular memory of your CPU or from your machine is being allocated to that application. For launching that application, till the user will use that particular application, that particular memory is being allotted to that application. Okay. Once that application is being closed, you take your notepad or your browser or any kind of application for that matter, it takes a memory. When you close that particular one, it should be able to release the memory slot. Okay, it should be able to release the memory slot. If it fails to release the memory slot, it keeps occupying the memory where your CPU memory got, what is that? It is full. Almost no free space is available for the other application to open. You would have always experienced if you open so many applications or open so many browsers, your computer, your desktop will get crashed and you can do nothing. You purely do nothing. Then what you do? You do your Control Alt Delete. You start up your task manager and you do end process with all the things. Okay. This is what is called a memory leak. When an application fails to release the memory space allotted for it, when it is not in use or when the user will exit from that particular application. Okay. This any application has to do. Once it is being done, once the user will come out of that application, once the user exits that particular application, the memory space should be released. If it fails to release, it keeps on occupying the space and it will slow down your process and it will in turn it will slow down your machine. So it is possible in your mobile device also. You would have already experienced your mobile device getting stuck or nothing opens, nothing moves on. You cannot you cannot breathe on the application. No pages moves. This is because so many applications keep on running and few applications fail to release the memory space and your mobile gets crashed. And what do? You restart your mobile because you do not have a task manager in your mobile device. And you would have already complained few moments like, after installing this particular application, only my mobile got slow. Okay. This is all because your application would not have been properly tested for its memory leak. So this memory leak can be tested only on the real-time devices. When it is on an emulator, it takes only the CPU memory. So you cannot benchmark what is the memory of the particular emulator and what is the memory the particular application is using, how much memory it is using, and whether it is capable of releasing the memory once it is done or no. So these things cannot be done on an emulator. It should be carried only on the real-time device. Similar thing, when you do it on an emulator, okay, when the application is pretty new, you do not know what is going to be wrong with that application. It is going to crash the entire system or whatever it does, you do not know. If you do it directly, okay, let us first of all discuss about the advantages of the emulator. Okay, if you do it directly on the mobile devices, this is all the advantages. When you do it directly on the real devices, there are possibilities your new application could damage your mobile device. It could crash the system. It could end up in loss of data or so many things. When you do it on an emulator, you can very well identify the things. You can very well trace out the things, and you can sort out very big issues. Once it is all done, you can come and deploy it on your real-time devices. So this is what is your advantage of your emulator. It could reduce the chances of damaging your real-time devices. You cannot see my screen. Nobody can see my screen. I'm sharing the screen. You can see a virtual, notepad. Okay, yeah. Okay, Kunal, I think you have to check. No, I'm not sharing the PPT. I'm just sharing a notepad. Okay. All right. So using an emulator is cost effective and it reduces the damage of damaging your mobile device. And all your functional testing can be done on an emulator, which will again in turn reduce your cost. Okay. So what is all about a disadvantage? Why always you cannot do it on your emulator? We always cannot depend on your emulator. Why? Because, so as already discussed, memory leak cannot be tested. And another thing, your application's resolution. If you take a particular gaming application, though your mobile device is going to be too poor, it has its own resolution. Okay. Though your device is going to be too poor, it cannot give you a very good HD resolution for whatever application you use. But few applications of a HD application can give its view on a poor mobiles also. When you do this kind of application testing on your emulator, you cannot really know what is the exact resolution of your application, because again the same thing, it is going to replicate whatever your desktop resolution it has, it is going to be viewed on your emulator, nothing more than that. So your emulator is going to replicate the resolution of your desktop, so you cannot easily identify what is the exact resolution of your application. So those things cannot be performed here. And your emulator has only list of few mobiles. But you as a QA, you have to cover a various number of mobiles. Okay, you have to cover a matrix of mobiles. So to make sure that it works on a various number of devices properly. So this is not possible with your emulator. So emulator has only few list of mobiles, probably a 10 to 12 list of mobiles. But when it comes to other set of technologies, it has so many mobiles, so you need to test it on so many mobiles. So it is always believed not to rely completely on your emulator. Okay, not to rely completely on your emulator. So this is what is the advantage and the disadvantage of your emulator. So I would like to have all your systems to be installed with your emulator. Please download this file. Back to your PPT. So this is all about the emulator. Okay, how do you compare your Android with your other operating system? Android is compared to be a giant, and why it is so popular? It is very simple. It is freeware. Very simple. It is freeware source, and when you do a comparison with the other operating system, so this particular Android operating system is compatible with various manufacturers, various mobile devices, taking from HTC, Samsung, Galaxy, Motorola, so many things. So it is being compatible with so many so many manufacturer devices. And when you take your BlackBerry, it is all strictly restricted for only one device holder, one manufacturer. And when you take your iOS, the same thing. Symbian is also the same thing. It is restricted only for the Nokia phones. Windows probably available for so many stuff, but it is not purely used into the market. And how about the latest version? The latest version is 4.04, and BlackBerry is 7.1, and iOS is 5.1, and Symbian comes with Nokia Belly, and like Windows is 7.110. So it is an open source. Remaining anything is not open source other than your Symbian. Symbian is also have some few restrictions, so it cannot be deployed on all the mobile devices. So Android is a freeware source, and it can be used on various kind of mobile. So SDK platform availability. When you take your Android, when you develop an application, okay, it is very well your SDK platform. Okay, SDK is something a kit. Okay, software developing kit. So your application development kit platforms are available for Windows, for Mac, and for Linux. But these SDK restrictions is available for other operating systems. So when you wish to develop an Android application, you can very well develop it on a Windows desktop or on a Mac OS or on a Linux. But the same thing you cannot do it on other operating systems. So this is also a pretty new feature with Android. And technical skills, multitasking is possible and flash support is possible. But with others, it is few restricted. When you compare your Android and your Symbian, it has few related features, but it is not so popular and it is not so flexible to use. That way, Symbian is not so popular. Okay, and marketplace, you find it on a Google Play. Okay, additional. So okay, so this is all related, all the technical side. So where do you find this website? You find it on an android.com. So this is all is the restrictions you have with other operating system, and you could distinguish why your Android is so popular. The very first main feature is it is freeware, and your SDK platform, that is your development platform, is available for all your desktop version. I mean, for all your desktop OS, right from Linux to Windows, and it has so many technical details which is not available with other operating systems. So that is the reason your Android is widely used, and that is where your Android is considered as a part of your class here. Okay. Have you everybody in this class have enrolled?
Hello.
Everybody in the class have enrolled?
Hello, Nitya.
Yes. Yeah, Ben.
This is Kunal. I just
Kunal, yes.
is this class for I mean anyone else, or is it free class for everybody? This mobile system.
I'm sorry. What is that?
Is this free class for everybody? Everyone can enroll in this class because
Yeah, you have to pay separate fees for mobile application testing. This
okay.
is not a part of your QA testing or any existing batches or any existing classes. This
Okay.
is a separate class.
You mean only that this first class is free, right? Then the
Sorry?
only this is the first class, that's why it's free, right? Then enroll have to pay.
Yes, you have to enroll, and you just tell them that you wish to enroll, and you can make your payment when you will receive all your documents.
Okay. I mean, how long does it take to complete the whole course, mobile testing? How many sessions?
You mean to ask how many sessions I have?
Yes.
Yeah, we have 15 hours of class, so probably 15 sessions you'll have, including your mock sessions.
15 sessions.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, those who just enrolled the class, you are sending the course materials to only those people, right?
Actually, we have started the batch only last week. Okay, so we have started the batch only last week. Only few have enrolled, and the batch is yet to confirm. So we are expecting few more students, and daily new students are joining. So we are yet to finalize the batch list of names. So once it has been finalized, we'll send a one-shot email to everyone regarding their documents and all the recorded materials.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, recently I got that I got the mail, but I was missed the class, half-an-hour class. Can I get the recorded class?
Yeah, very well. You can get your recorded session.
Okay, but I didn't get the mail actually. Just now I got the mail. I called that H2K people, and just I got the mail actually.
All right, the class has been recorded, so you can very well get the recorded session of this class.
Okay.
No
in addition, do I want to install any other software extra?
I'm sorry?
In addition, do I want to install any other software?
Yeah, only now we have been discussing about that. Okay, I'm just copy pasting you a link. Okay, go to this link, and you have something called Android SDK for Windows.
Okay.
So download that, and you need to download that particular file as a 32-bit version. Okay.
Okay.
And it will be as a zipped file. Unzip the zipped file contents on your C drive. That is how you have to do. And regarding the installation of this emulator, I'm going to teach you in the next class.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I have not paid the. Okay. Kunal, that is not a problem. You can get in touch with our training coordinator team. They'll help you on this part. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is all about your emulator. And for the next class, I'll just how to extract the file. Rani, you have downloaded the stuff. You have downloaded the SDK. I'll just tell you how to extract for everyone. Oh, okay. I'm just going to take Rani's machine. Rani, I'm going to make you as a presenter. Okay. when everybody is going to come for the next class, I would like everybody should download the particular developer.android.com SDK. Okay, go to that link, download and extract the file contents on your C drive. I wish to have everybody do this. Okay, you don't do it in your computer? Yeah, that is not a problem. It is not a problem. It will work. Okay, she has not downloaded. Okay. So because your download itself will take a long hours, I cannot spend your time for downloading. We can very well spend it for the installation. So in the next class, you're going to see about the installation and also about the telecommunication part. Guys who have already enrolled, please send an email to this email ID. Test mail. Okay, just a test mail to this email ID. Okay. Guys, please mute your phones. All right. So any doubts still here? Any doubts still here? Any doubts? Lavanya, Manjusha, Nikki, Pravina? Anybody, any doubts? Please make use of the session because we are expecting few more students to join. And I believe you will be having your classes on Thursday, not on Friday. This week alone. Because Friday I'm not available. So probably on Thursday you'll be having your classes. Okay, no problem. Right? Fine. So I'll catch you on this Wednesday's class, and we are yet to cover the telecommunication part. Everyday class is from next week. So from next week you'll be having a daily classes, and this week alone it is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So this Friday alone I'm not available, so it will be on Thursday. That means your next class will be on Wednesday, and the next class is on Thursday. Am I clear? So your next class is on Wednesday, and next is on Thursday, and the next will be the next Monday, the following week.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I still didn't understand that. I was a previous H2K student, and I completed the
Yeah,
BS.
Kunal, you were a batch of mine, is it? You were a student of mine?
Yeah, I was a previous H2K student. So, is it free whole mobile testing class free for every H2K student? Or do I enroll for it?
See, QA testing, I think you have been a part of your QA testing, is it?
No, I
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website H2KInfosys.com. On our website H2KInfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.